Hello, welcome back to my kitchen. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. My name is Yemisi and today I'll show you how I make these delicious frittatas. Today I have two recipes for you, two different variations, and I know you're going to love it. On my channel, I already have another frittata recipe. Make sure you check it out. The link is going to be in the description box. I hope you like that one as well. That one was made of fish, mackerel, but these ones, they're totally new. So if you're interested, keep watching, click the like button, let's get into it. For this first frittata recipe, we'll be using some fresh tomatoes. It is going to be so yummy. The next ingredient is cooking cream. I made pasta bake in my previous recipe and I didn't want to waste the cooking cream. So I thought, let's put it into this frittata. It made it yummy. The next ingredients are fresh eggs. I have a story about these fresh eggs and I'll tell it on my Instagram page. The next ingredient is bacon. I love bacon so much. This bacon transforms the whole frittata. The next ingredient is spinach. We need a bit of green in this frittata and this is going to be so perfect. The first step is to crack some eggs in a bowl. I typically crack my eggs one by one to avoid using one contaminated egg to spoil the rest, but I bought these eggs fresh and I had a lot of confidence in them. Now I'm adding some cooking cream to the eggs. If you have milk, you can use milk. And for my previous frittata recipe, I don't think I used cream or milk at all. To season this frittata, I'm using garlic powder, onion powder, salt to taste, and pepper because I can't eat egg without pepper. I'm just mixing the eggs. Be careful so that you don't overbeat it. If not, your eggs in the oven will puff up and then it will collapse. It's not pretty at all. We're going to pre-cook the rest of the ingredients, and this is important because if you just put it raw like that, some people can have it, but I find that it tastes raw in the end. It doesn't feel like it's been cooked when you bake it. So I always like to pre-cook my vegetables before I put it in the oven. So not like you're going to pre-cook it till it's absolutely done, but you're going to pre-cook it halfway. So I'm just simply cutting the vegetables into chunks, not so big that they are taking over the frittata and not too small that you can't find them. So we need moderate sizes. I'm cutting the bacon and I'm cutting the spinach. The next stage is the actual pre-cooking. Now I've just put the bacon in the pan. You don't need oil because the bacon is going to release a lot of fat, and you do not need to season with salt or anything because the flavor from the bacon is enough for this frittata, or for just flavoring the tomatoes and the spinach. I was inspired with another recipe while doing this part and I'm going to show you guys the recipe soon. So make sure you don't pour in the water from the tomato. We want everything to be drained of liquid as much as possible. Liquid with egg is not a good combination. So just stir till it's halfway done. Add the spinach. Immediately you add the spinach, turn off the heater and the residual heat is going to cook it. Can you see how beautiful and gorgeous this looks? Like, I just took a spoon and put a bite to my mouth. It was so delicious. What you do with the pre-cooked veg is before you put it in the egg, allow it to cool down a bit. You don't want to just throw in hot veg into the egg. It will start cooking immediately. So just let it cool down a bit and then you pour it into the egg and then just stir so that the egg will get the vegetables. Everything will mix properly. I'm just greasing a baking dish. You can make frittata two ways. You can put it in the oven or you can cook it like on your cooker. There are two ways to do it, but I prefer the oven method, which is what we're going to do today. Any type of baking tray or baking dish you have will work. Just make sure you don't overfill the baking tray too much. If not, when the frittata rises, because it does rise at some point, when it rises, you're not going to like it. It's going to spill all over. So you need it to have a bit of space to rise. While prepping your veg, make sure your oven is already preheated, about 350 degrees. Sometimes what I do, if you don't understand your oven, just put it halfway, okay, so that you're safe. And then this is going to take probably about 15 to 20 minutes. Just keep checking it. The time it will use to bake depends on the size of the frittata you're making. So I'm making like mini muffins. These do not take time at all to bake. And see how gorgeous it looks. Now we are on to the next frittata recipe. For the ingredients, we'll be using sausages, bell peppers, green and red bell pepper for different kinds of flavor. We're also going to be using more fresh eggs, cooking cream. You guys know why I like cooking cream. You can skip it. And then we're just going to crack the eggs into a bowl, just as we did before. There are so many flavors you can do for frittata. You can make it your own. You don't have to use everything I used. All you have to do for frittatas is put whatever you like, mix everything you want. You can do, what is it called, mackerel, smoked mackerel. You can do just vegetables. You don't have to use meat. You can bake it plain. You can use corned beef. See, anything you want, it's up to you. I'm just guiding you with these flavors. The awesome thing about frittatas is for kids or for people that don't like eggs, they typically like frittatas. My son does not really eat boiled egg. He likes fried egg, but he will be very picky. But frittatas is like he does not understand that this is egg too. So it makes the dish very interesting. It's another way to upgrade your egg. Instead of just boiling egg or frying egg, make a frittata. In a pan, add some vegetable oil. This particular one, you need something to fry, just a bit of oil. And then we're going to add the sausages. So they've been cut into cubes just to make it look pretty and easy to eat. At this point, I'm also adding the vegetables and I'm just going to cook everything together. Typically, I season vegetables when I cook them, but for this recipe and for frittatas, I don't season the vegetables because they're going to go inside the egg. So you want to take it easy with the seasoning. Now that the vegetables have rested for a bit, they are not so hot, I'm transferring to the egg and I'm just going to mix everything together till they are incorporated. So I'm going to bring another kind of baking dish that I have. I use this all the time and I've had it for many years. I can't even remember where I bought it from. So I'm going to transfer the egg mixture to these bowls. They're a bit flat, and then we're going to take it to the oven. This is what my second batch of frittatas look like. They were so delicious. I would like you to try this recipe. If you do, like always, please tag me on Instagram. I've been seeing your videos and your tags and your comments. I really love it and I appreciate it. So keep tagging me on Instagram. Have conversations with me on Twitter. That's where I talk about all things food, okay? And then if you're watching and you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Click the subscribe button because we have more recipes coming. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye!